This summer is the summer for nostalgia flicks for Gen X that is not translating to Gen Z. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. I'm Dennis Barger, the definition of Gen X. And this summer should have been the greatest summer for me. Star Wars, nostalgia, comic book movies. And guess what? They've all flopped. And this one's probably going to be the worst. What's been popular? Obsession, Backrooms. Gen Z is eating it up, and it has nothing to do with my childhood. But what could the movie industry have done differently to make this successful? You put Sigourney Weaver, all of our first crushes from Alien, and guess what? You made her boring. Masters of the Universe, the only person that was our age of an actor was Idris Elba. Correct that, Sir Idris Elba. We needed some other big names in that movie. I don't know who they could have gotten, but I'll tell you what, there's one person that they could have cast to make this a monster hit this summer. Sydney Sweeney. I don't know this young lady as an actress. I saw her at the end of Superman last summer. She didn't impress me, so I'm not excited for this. I am excited for Jason Momoa as Lobo, the character he was born to play. But is that enough to save this movie? I don't know. What was appealing to Gen Z in Mandalorian and Grogu? I mean, Pedro Pascal is only in it for 4 minutes of FaceTime. Baby Yoda, they grew up on it, but it's already kind of old and stale to Gen Z. You've got to deal with Gen Z. They're spending their money in other places. They don't want to get bogged down in my nostalgia, unless it's something that appeals to them. They have their own nostalgia. I've told you in previous videos, they are buying some of the weirdest stuff from our generation. They're buying digital cameras from 25 years ago. They're buying Skylanders from 10 years ago. They are buying things that we never thought they would. And they are not buying our nostalgia in movies. Superman was the first of the movies. It did not do what it was supposed to do financially. It came up far less than the billion it needed to be the huge tentpole for the DC universe. Mandalorian and Grogu only appealed to the millions of people who watch Disney Plus. Now that's a lot of people, but that's not 100 million people that watch Star Wars as a movie. I don't know what would have made Gen Z watch Mandalorian Grogu, but they didn't. Clearly they didn't. They went to see Obsession and Backrooms. They went to go see Scary Movie. They took Iron Lung from a YouTube video to the #1 movie in the country. Hollywood doesn't understand them. Hollywood doesn't understand them because it's their kids and they don't understand their own kids. I have Gen Z kids. I understand what makes them tick. And when I watch these movies, I look at them, I go, this is not going to translate to my kids. Five Nights at Freddy's, Minecraft, Mario. These appeal to my kids, and they are destroying the box office. All of those movies are going to do more than Supergirl will do. You have to get every step right. You have to have the casting. You have to have the directing. You have to have the online hype. And when YouTube tells Gen Z that it's not going to be a great movie, they listen. I don't know what made James Gunn decide that the second movie in his universe should be Supergirl. Supergirl is a secondary character, always has been, always will. Helen Slater was great, but that movie sucked. And it was already on the tail end of bad Superman movies. What were they thinking? I don't think the Authority movie would have happened and made it any more successful, but a Batman movie sure would. The fact that we haven't had a Batman movie in 4 years. And you're trying Supergirl as your #2 movie in this universe. Shows that you are clueless on what the industry and the fan base wants. Take the Masters of the Universe movie, for instance. It didn't need to be successful according to Amazon Studios. They released it in the theaters just to make sure that the IP had a wide opening. Now it's going to go live on Amazon, where it'll probably see way more eyes than it did in the movie theaters. But Warner Brothers can't do that. Sure, they have a streaming service, but is it as big as Amazon? No, it's not. Somehow people are figuring it out. Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, these are huge franchises from 30 years ago that have been updated for modern kids. And that's what you have to focus on. The secret sauce has always been, make a kids movie that's great for kids, sneak a few things in that are great for adults, and then the family can enjoy the movie together. Tell me what you think about these franchises. Star Wars, now dead. Ghostbusters, it's not living. Star Trek, the first time in 45 years that there hasn't been a Star Trek being produced. And now, just this week, Doctor Who, 60-year-old franchise, is dead. No more. You've got to find the secret sauce if you want to take these old, living franchises and bring them to the next generation. Because if you don't, they're going to go see Backrooms. They're going to see Obsession. They're going to see Iron Lung. Guys, I'm Dennis Barger. I'm living in the past and hoping that there is a future for Gen X properties.